everyone, it's your friend Hannah, and today is a little different. I have a sweet friend named Sarah, and she said, hi, I start high school in a few weeks, and I was wondering if you had any advice or words of wisdom. So I decided, I was like, wow, I should make a YouTube video because I know that there's a lot of girls that are about to go into high school, a lot of girls and guys if you're watching. I also asked her if she had any specific questions, and I'll definitely answer those. I am 3 years out of high school. I graduated 2015, so I had to run, and guys, I'm a completely different person than who I was in high school, but I do have some advice. So the first question is this: any advice for just evangelizing, being a light around people your age? Tell your whole school who Jesus is, and if necessary, use words. Like, actually have integrity, kindness, and excellence in everything that you do. That goes so much further than just being the person that's known as the Christian girl and like all the stigmas, all the stereotypes of what that means, but rather just live it out, as well as talking about it as you see fit, as the Holy Spirit prompts you. Integrity, meaning you're the same person with this group of friends as you are at home, as you are with another group of friends, as you are in math class, as you are at the lunch table. Like, integrity, being the same person, not shifting just on the atmosphere or the people that you're with. Integrity is a beautiful thing. Also kindness, just going out of your way and putting other people before yourself, not belittling yourself, but to love people as you want to be loved. Kindness goes a long way. And then excellence in everything you do. The thing that got me through, and I was an A student by grace, though. I mean, I worked hard, but like, honestly, I don't know, I just had it in me that I'm just gonna do the best that I can do. I did fail some tests, and I did get a C in one. I got one C in my really, really annoying hard English honors class my freshman year, but I never beat myself up about it because honestly, I'm just doing the best that I can do. Do the best that you can do, not stressing over being perfect, not being the A+, like, oh my gosh, I got a B and I go home crying, but just knowing that you're doing the best that you can do. Just do everything with excellence. I think that's a really beautiful characteristic of God and what He empowers us to do above and beyond the ordinary. Ignore popularity as the goal. Always focusing on the one person that's sitting alone at lunch, or the one person that's getting bullied in class, or the one person, and you'll notice like there's always one person that's kind of like out of it, kind of like the outcast. If you focus on the one instead of the crowds of people, it will take you further than you'd ever imagine, just being mindful of the one and not on the crowd. Jesus did that. He was always one person minded. What's that one person's need? And the crowds always followed him as a result. Not saying that popularity is the goal and like be the friend to the one person that has no friends because then you'll be popular. No, like, it's just a result. It's just a result that comes when you're just that kind of person, because it's attractive, it's captivating, it's contagious. So that is kind of how I would answer that question. Some friends' advice. The friends that you hang out with are gonna influence you. I was doing things that I would never do on my own, but because I was with those friends, I would do it with those friends. Just be careful with the friends that you hang out with. If they start having habits, or if you notice a lifestyle choice that they choose and you kind of know like, I should not be doing this, then maybe just take a step back. Don't be like, oh, I can't be friends with you because I don't do that. Just like, get a different inner circle. Have people that wanna see you become the best version of you. Surround yourself with people that you can trust. I'm not saying you can't be friends with the troublemakers or something, but like, maybe they're not your inner circle friends. Also, your friends may not stick around for your entire life. High school friends, I have one friend from high school, shout out Sophie, that I still like hang out with, and I've just changed so much as a person, and that I didn't hold on to a lot of friends from high school. Just love on the friends that you have. Just honor them, respect them. If they can't talk to you all the time, don't take it personally. I know a lot of girls that have told me like, hey, like they're really hurt because this friend stopped talking to them, and they're really hurt by it. But just know your friend isn't gonna save you. Your friend isn't the end-all be-all in the determining factor of your happiness. Your friends are there to have fun with, to do life with them, but don't put too much of a weight of a burden of your own things. Like, just lift each other up, and when someone steps back, maybe like evaluate, maybe like question why, I wonder why this friend stopped wanting to hang out with me. And if it's something that you can work on, awesome. If it's not, then just let them go. If that makes any sense. If not, comment down below and we'll talk about it. Moving on, question 3. Maybe some advice you'd like to be given for high school. If I could do high school again, I would definitely take advantage of all the resources available. So all of your classes are free unless you're paying for a private school, but still it's your parents. Like, you're not paying for school yet. Like, college, expensive. Any classes you take outside of high school, like, you're gonna be paying for in some aspect. So take advantage of all the resources available, of all the extracurricular activities that you're passionate about. Like, do it. Or even the ones that you don't have to pay for, because I know like some clubs and stuff, like band or sports, like there is a price tag attached to that. But if you can, like keep your eyes open and your ears open in class. Like, if a teacher says, oh, and if you want to learn more, just ask me after class, or go to this link, go to this website. Like, really engage and dive deep and learn as much as you can, because life, you'll be surprised what you'll need to know in a few years. When the thing that I hated the most, now looking back, I was always in math class, struggling in math. Math was my hardest thing. And I was like, when will I ever need to know this square root? Or when will I ever need to know this formula later on in life? Like this, like, why is algebra important? But the truth is, math is everywhere. Math is everywhere, especially when you start taking care of your own finances, when you start looking into like saving up for something, or how long this, like you're gonna need those skills. So if you're ever in class, doesn't matter, science, math, or English, I wish I would have done this. So I challenge you, if you ever get that thought in your head of, why do I need to know this? I will never use this in my life. I challenge you to just change that, flip it, and be like, I need to know this. I will use this at one point in my life and it will be a game changer. Maybe you'll win a game show, like, I don't know. But kind of switch that thought around if you ever get that, because it's definitely been a factor in my life. And I'm only 3 years out of high school and there's already things that I'm like, wow, if I just really knew this, then, or I needed to know that, whatever. So definitely that's number 1 for me. Spend more time in your library. Libraries are amazing. And resources and books, they're amazing. And honestly, what's happening on YouTube now, I feel like, is the updated version of what our libraries are. Like, finding all the information online and looking on tutorials on YouTube, like, that's what all those books in the library were for generations before us. So you want to get ahead of the game, you want to be a little more knowledgeable, spend more time in the library, because it's packed of resources, and just have fun. See it as like a fun thing. Like, go get lost in the library for a day or two and find a section that inspires you and just start like taking out books. Maybe just take out a different book like every time that you get the chance, like, and make the chance happen. I think that's really important. Also, something that I wish I knew when I was in high school, don't let anyone label you. Especially don't let you label yourself. This could be as far as like a mathlete to an athlete to a drama person to a musician, or if you see yourself starting to get the label as like that girl that did that thing, or I don't know, there's just so many labels that, you know, we put on each other. And just don't listen to the labels that people say about you, and don't let yourself start saying that you're that. Ultimately, you know your identity the more that you know God, because He says you're loved, He says that you're a child of God, and He says you're pure, and He says you're valuable. And so just get lost in the Word of God if you ever start feeling like labels that people are putting on you is really getting to your head and to your heart. And just get lost in the Word of God. Listen to some great podcasts or messages on YouTube from pastors and stuff. And if you don't know any, just DM me. Even if you're watching this and you're in the middle of the school year again, like, just DM me if you're like, can you send me some resources to listen to so I can get refreshed of who I am and my identity? I would love to do that. So I'll just like DM you back and everything. So my Instagram handle is Hannah Furstel if you ever want to DM me throughout the year, just anything. And also my Twitter handle too is Hannah Furstel. So if you have any questions or just want to talk throughout the year, like, I would love to be that person for you, and just let me know. Also, small point, just study like it's your job. Like, just own it. Like, why not? Why not be excellent at your subjects? Why not study with passion and with excitement? So I know that's harder than when you're actually doing it. Like, it sucks. Like, you won't be inspired all the time, but just kind of push through. just encourage you that when you go to school, go to college, pick your career, pick your major. Don't think it's the end-all be-all. Like, you'll grow, you'll learn, and you'll become interested in different things that you never knew. You might create something that has never existed before, so just don't let it be such a big deal, but just enjoy the process. So next, while you're at school, if you see a problem, try to come up with a solution to fix it, whether it's within your school's four walls or your community. My senior year, I met this guy. He was a sophomore. His name is Keenan, and him and his older brother, who had already graduated, they started this amazing club at my school that was helping impact a community a couple of cities away in Camden. It's such an amazing, inspiring, and impactful passion that he had as a sophomore. I mean, his older brother started it, but like, he carried it on. And I was just really encouraged, like, if you see a problem within your school and you have this idea that could fix it, like, talk about it, share it with the people around you, share it with your teachers, like, get involved, like, send letters, like, go see the principal. Like, if you see a problem, whatever it may be, nothing is too small and nothing is too big for you to have an influence on. And how great would it be to have a legendary impact, meaning, like, even when you're gone, they're still keeping up with what you set in place. Like, I think that's just what life is all about. If you see a problem and you know how to fix it, like, why not? If you have an idea, even just a concept. So I think that's just really cool, and that can look like anything in the world, because every single place in this country, in this world, if you're watching internationally, like, there's a problem to be fixed, and you can be that answer. So that's something that I wish I like did in high school, because I just did my own thing. I was like, okay, just trying to get through high school and not really opening my eyes and seeing the needs of the people around me. And don't have a boyfriend. Kind of just want to leave it at that. It's just, if you don't know that, like, this is a guy material that you want to marry, and if you can't even grasp the concept of marriage while you're in high school, just don't even dabble with boyfriends, because it's just a whole mess of heartache. And if you're going to argue with me, just like comment down below, or don't comment, but like, I'm serious. Like, just focus on learning about yourself and learning about the people around you, rather than getting all tossed up with a boyfriend. And even if he loves Jesus and all that, just be friends. Can you just like be that committed to each other to just be friends for the length of high school? Because when you're with someone, say throughout all of high school, even just senior year, and then like you decide on what college or what job you're gonna take after school, and it's affected because of emotional ties you have with this person. And so I think it's just better to wait. You're so young, and there's no rush, and you know, you'll just be clearer mind and a healthier heart to not engage in doing life with somebody else. If you want to know more about that, ask the questions down below. Maybe I'll make another video. But yeah, I'll love to answer all your questions if you have any. Okay, and the last thing that Sarah said was, anything you have on your heart to share would be awesome and so very appreciated. Enjoy your day with your family and my fiance. Honestly, I think that I said everything on academics, on relationships, on friendships, to making a bigger impact than just seeing yourself. So yeah, I think that's all. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I loved filming it, so if you want any more advice and tips videos, just let me know by DMing me, send me on Twitter, or comment right down below is the easiest thing. But I really appreciate you guys, and I hope this helps. Each day is going to come with its own challenges, but tomorrow will take care of itself. Just do what you can today. Don't stress, and throughout the year, if you're watching this, like, reach out to me, girl. Like, I've been there, and I'm here for you. Whatever the case may be, like, here for you, virtually, but maybe even in person. I travel a lot, so if we ever can meet up, get coffee, or just hang out at the park, whatever you want. At the mall, love shopping. Just let me know. I'm here, I'm your friend, and love you guys so much, and appreciate you. That's the end of my first tips and advice video. Okay, bye.